Tense derby in Barcelona. Espanyol fans welcome former keeper Joan García amid El Clasico City showdown. Barcelona. In one of the most charged local derbies on the La Liga calendar, Espanyol and FC Barcelona prepare to face off this weekend with emotions running high, not only because of the rivalry itself, but also due to the return of Joan García, the goalkeeper who once wore both colors in this storied football city. The anticipation for the Derbi Barceloní, played on match day 18 of the Spanish league season, was already palpable, but this edition carried added narrative tension. García, once a rising star in Espanyol's ranks before moving to Barcelona's rival, returned to Cornellà Prat Stadium as a visiting player for the first time in years. His presence injected even more spice into a contest already laden with passion and history. Lineup set as tension builds. Both teams announced their starting 11s ahead of kickoff, with Espanyol fielding a squad designed to match up physically and tactically against Barcelona's technical prowess. Espanyol's coach opted for a balanced lineup, mixing experienced campaigners with emerging youth players eager to make their mark in front of their home supporters. Barcelona, as expected, presented a strong lineup featuring many of the creative and attacking talents that have come to define the club's approach under its current management. While Espanyol prepared to defend resolutely and strike on the break, Barcelona's setup emphasized possession and movement, looking to control the rhythm and exploit defensive gaps. However, all tactical planning took a backseat in many fans' minds to the emotional subplot surrounding García, a return marked with mixed reception. Joan García's return to Espanyol's ground, this time as a Barcelona player, was set to be one of the headline storylines of the match. García began his career in Espanyol's academy before his transfer to Barcelona, a move that stirred strong reactions among supporters. For many Espanyol fans, the departure had cut deep, leaving a sense of betrayal among those who had watched him develop through the ranks. Still, in a gesture that illustrated the complexity of football fandom, a section of Espanyol supporters chose to turn what could have been an antagonistic reunion into one of respect. Ahead of kickoff, banners and signs went up among the Espanyol faithful, not in mockery, but in welcome, offering García appreciation for his earlier contributions to the club. Some fans waved flags bearing messages of forgiveness, acknowledging that while allegiance in football runs deep, admiration for a player's efforts can transcend rivalries. The atmosphere inside the stadium was electric. In the terraces, fans chanted both in support of their team and in recognition of García's journey. Supporters in Espanyol's sector displayed homemade signs and cards welcoming back the keeper, celebrating his formative years with their club even as they prepared to boo his new colors once the match began. Fan expectations and passion. In the build-up to the game, many in the crowd expressed a mix of affection and competitive fire. For Espanyol fans, the derby represented not just 3 points of the league, but chance to assert themselves against a city rival historically more successful and star-studded. The expected reception for García reflected this dual emotion, respect for the player's roots, tempered by the fierce desire to see his current team bested. Fans spoke passionately about the match's stakes, with some acknowledging that while they would always cheer loudest for Espanyol, they hoped García would feel the heat of the rivalry as he returned to his old stomping ground in opposing colors. Match day drama unfolds. When the match kicked off, the narrative that had built in the stadium translated into real drama on the pitch. The opening minutes were frenetic, with both sides pushing to establish dominance and seize early control. Barcelona's possession-based style tested Espanyol's defensive shape, while the home side looked dangerous on the counterattack, buoyed by the vociferous support of their fans. Every time Barcelona advanced into Espanyol territory, the crowd's energy surged, and when García touched the ball, that singular moment drew a collective roar, not wholly of praise, but of intense attention. The goalkeeper remained composed, aware of the emotional backdrop to his return, and focused on his team's tactical demands. City's rivalry, beyond 3 points. By halftime, the match was tightly contested, with both sides creating chances and pushing for advantage. Though the final outcome would ultimately define the result in the standings, the emotional arc of the afternoon, the roar of the crowd, the mixed reception for García, the city divided between blue and white and garnet and blue, was itself a vivid reminder of what makes this derby one of Spanish football's most compelling fixtures. Beyond tactics and results, The day told a story of community, identity, and football's profound ability to weave past loyalties into present competition. For many fans, the reception given to Joan García was more than a footnote. It was an affirmation that in the heart of this passionate city, respect and rivalry can coexist, at least for a moment, under the bright lights of La Liga.